Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I got a bit of a different video today. I built a pretty cool building for a project with fellow house building YouTuber ThaMango. I really like how it came out, so I figured it would kind of be a waste not to make a video out of it, using like the replay footage and everything. But it's been like 3 months since I kind of did a replay video, so sorry if I have no idea what to talk about. Kind of plan on just kind of yapping for the next like 15 minutes about, you know, the build and like the process of it and some other stuff. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna try to one take this recording and see how it goes. You know. Big into the build here. I kind of get these like frames in for 2 parts of the house. You can use this video as like a tutorial for how I do buildings in general, like my thought process while I'm building something. So I got this shape here. The end goal is some kind of like waterfront cafe sort of thing. So I get these like 2 like parts of it to kind of make an interesting shape. But I realized when looking straight onto it, that the left side feels like there needs to be something for like balance, basically. So I get this like orange outline for where I'm gonna put a tower. I start filling the walls in with red. I know I'm gonna change it with the world that it's probably white. But you know, just filling it with a temporary block to kind of fill the space in. Make this tower on the side, you know, stack it up. Again, because I just need like some kind of thing on the left side here. Left side from the other angle, obviously, but you know, on the left side to kind of counter. I don't know how exactly to explain it. Just something you see when you're building that you know that there could be something on that left side to fill the space out better, to kind of balance it. So, you know, get that tall thing there. Nice tower. Using stone bricks is kind of like just an outline for the shape of the roof. I know it wasn't the block I was actually going to end up using. Experiment with mangrove for a bit. It's kind of too red, too colorful. I settled on jungle planks. I was figuring out how I want to texture it, but I kind of leave it for now. I like the way they look. They have a nice color to them. Just kind of fits with a kind of like ocean front. Not exactly tropical theme, but kind of tropical theme, I guess. I don't really know. Yeah, get those in. I get some trapdoors and some stripped log in there too, is just kind of get some texture in there, mixed up a bit. Do the same thing for this other roof here. As I'm building this, quick plug, I got a Discord down below. I really appreciate anyone who stops by and, you know, joins there. I got a lot of cool people in there, a lot of really talented builders, you know, that kind of stuff. Talk about Minecraft, like Among Us in there, I don't know. It's an interesting place. I recommend you join, you know, link down below. Back to the house here, though. I wasn't sure if I want to do something different on the left side, because the rest of it is white, but the left is like sandstone, so I kind of knew I wanted to do a different roof as well. So I settled for brick, which I texture with like granite and polished granite. Looks pretty good. I like sandstone and brick as like a combination. They kind of have a nice contrast. I know there needs to be some kind of like visual interest on the back here. So for now, I just had this little like extension thing. I come back and I add a bit more to the sandstone part later, but that's all I do for now. Since it's like this kind of like open cafe, sort of like beachfront thing, I know I want it to have like a lot of like open air and windows. It's kind of a good way to think when you're building like how this place would actually be used for real. So like, you know, since this is like an open like beachfront kind of cafe, probably have a lot of like open windows, large open doorways, that kind of thing for like people to walk through and, you know, for seating and everything. So we open up the right side here, start texturing it. I just do diorite, polished diorite, calcite, white concrete powder, and white wool. It's kind of my go-to texture for like white surfaces. I really like the way it looks. Sometimes it can look a bit too much with the weathering, but if you're doing something a bit more modern, then you can kind of just tone down the diorite and then calcite and, you know, concrete and concrete powder and white wool kind of looks pretty good then. Texture sandstone thing as well. I just use smooth sandstone obviously for like the main part of it, and then I add these like cracks with sandstone and sand. Looks pretty good. I like the way it looks. I like the way it comes out. It's kind of like the main like structure itself kind of in, but it's only like kind of half the problem here. A lot of it comes down to like details and that kind of thing to really make it actually look good. So I start getting windows in. I know with this thing on the left here, this kind of tower to be like open, like kind of open seating area maybe. So I just kind of open it up with this like curved shape. Kind of match the roof a bit, but not exactly. start thinking about where I want to put like flower pots and that kind of thing. I know I'm gonna have like a seating area around this as well, so it kind of just like, I don't know. I knew I basically do like the whole area around it. So I was thinking where I want seats, where I want flower pots, where I want plants, trees, that kind of thing. Yeah, start getting some flower pots in, just moss, jungle trapdoors, slabs on the bottom. Looks pretty good. So while I'm kind of AFK here, I just want to thank you guys. We're really quickly closing in on 20,000 subs. Like, by the time I upload it, we're probably going to hit it today, maybe tomorrow, but absolutely insane milestone. I never thought that I would ever hit something like that. So, you know, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Also, really soon I'm going to start streaming again. I'm sorry, I know I've been kind of lacking. I try to stream, but, you know, I haven't been streaming much. But I've been kind of waiting for, like, a new PC, and I finally bought the rest of the parts. So very soon, the streams will return. Good trying to multi-stream on my Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And I think it'll be pretty good, but gotta wait for the last few parts of my computer to come, which will be pretty hype. I can't wait. But yeah, back to the build here. Get all these like kind of plants in, some leaves hanging off out of the flower pots, you know, some rose bushes, just kind of fill the space up, add some color. Over here on the right, I kind of know I want to do a bit more of an open kind of window, so I settle on this shape, which I think looks really good in my opinion. These two flower pots here. Again, just a bunch of like foliage, plants, that kind of thing. Add some like a nice pop of color to it, like how it came out of there. And yeah, another build is finally kind of starting to come together a bit, in my opinion. I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to build with this at all. I had no plan going into this at all. I wasn't sure where I wanted it, so I was messing around moving it, but I just decided not to. So I start kind of like tracing an outline of like where I'm going to put this like seating and dining area and that kind of thing. It kind of was originally supposed to be like just like a cafe, but it definitely just ended up being like a restaurant. But you know, that's fine. Like plans kind of change, I guess. A bunch of lanterns for some light, just some color, hang some flower pots as well. It's looking pretty good. Again, I put more stuff around the back of that tower later. It just kind of looks empty for now. Start thinking about what kind of blocks I want to use for this like patio sort of area. Settle on sandstone for the path here. I just think it looks really good. It's like a nice bright pop of color, you know. Looks pretty good. Carry the path over to like the rest of this kind of area. I'm basically thinking of having like this walking spot and then like seats where the grass is there. I'm gonna put like a different block there in a minute. Texture the path. I use upside down stairs. They kind of basically allow you to use the side of the sandstone texture and the bottom of the sandstone texture on the top, which isn't really possible any other way. Thinking about what kind of block I want to use for this like kind of patio thing. At first I was thinking maybe wood. I settled on mud. I think it looks good. It's a nice, good color. Works very well with the brick, the sandstone, and the white walls of the actual build, as well as the jungle on the roof. Just very good block choice, in my opinion. Unless you think it's a horrible block choice, let me know down below. But yeah, I get this wall around it. Start putting some like flower pots in. Again, my goal was kind of a lot of nature with this build, because like I think a lot of green just helps it pop. Looks really good in my opinion. Yeah, get these flower pots in, kind of lining the wall here. Do the same thing over here on the left side. As I'm doing this whole thing, I'm kind of thinking of how I want the interior of this build to go. I know I want that bottom floor, that left tower, to kind of be the like kitchen area of the restaurant. So that kind of left area on the outside will lead to like an employee entrance for it. But yeah, start filling the flower pots in. I use a lot of like the same few plants, but I try to use like the bigger plants. So like rose bushes, ferns, too tall ferns, saplings, a lot of leaves. Just kind of whatever feels like it fills the pot up nicely. I don't usually use like individual small flowers that much, because I feel like it doesn't quite fill the space enough in my opinion. Over on the left, kind of get this like covered thing. Again, like this is kind of like the employee entrance, so kind of make it covered and in the back a bit hidden. Texture that wall, I forgot to texture earlier. Get a bit more path in here because I'm kind of thinking of where I want the tables to go now. So I start getting these in. use trapdoors to kind of divide them up. Like, you know, like kind of booth seating, I guess. Get this kind of divider here. It would be kind of weird to have like 2 rows of seats like right next to each other. I don't know, at least in my head. So I get this kind of divider using plants. A lot of leaves. I mix in some berry bushes, I think, in a second. Right there. Get some pots and pressure plates as like cups and plates. Kind of bigger table on the back here. You know, kind of like a party, I guess, like a cake there. I guess. I don't really know. Looks good. That's what matters. Some more seating area in the front here. Again, just try to fill the space up as much as I really can. Make it feel like alive, I guess. Like every space here has a use. There's nowhere that's completely empty. See, I fill everything with pressure plates, pots, for like, you know, again, cups and plates. I get like a small tree here. I don't know if it really fits the build that much, but I like the way it looks. Yeah, it's kind of the outside, like almost done here, I think. Not sure if I really do anything else. Maybe some more lanterns around. But I'm pretty happy with the outside this build came out. Looks pretty good, I don't know. One of my favorite houses I think I built in a minute. Because, you know, I've been doing like Google Earth stuff recently, so it's kind of nice to just kind of step back and do like a more creative kind of building thing. I don't know what the back part of this, like I said, I fill it. I got like a chimney, I guess, is probably the word for it, obviously. Because I know on the inside I want like a oven sort of thing, like a, almost like a pizza oven, you know, with like the fire in it. So I got this chimney at the back. I struggled with this for a minute, I'm not gonna lie. So I just kind of decided to separate it from the wall there, and it ends up looking way better. In a second here. Still kind of not super happy with it. I come back and do a bit more with it. It's kind of lesson, you know. You just got to keep trying, changing stuff. You'll like it eventually. Hopefully. I get this like quick, just glass smoke. I'm not the best at this. I've only done this like, I think like 3 or 4 times ever. I think it came out alright though. I didn't want it to be too like striking. I don't know. I didn't want it to be the focus of the build. Just a bit of that in the back. Mess around the front of how I want to put lanterns everywhere. I kind of just end up not doing it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the build came out. Pretty cool. But I think that's the outside about done there. Head inside now. Real quick interior. Kind of like simple. First, I kind of clean the space up. You see there's like holes on the roof where like the slabs go and everything. A bunch of weird stuff. I get lanterns in here in a minute. It's a bit dark right now, sorry. Get started with the kitchen though. I kind of separate it because I know it's going to be like bar seating around this part. Yeah, clean up the roof and everything. Kind of cover up some weird stuff here with like support beams and that kind of thing. Some torches in. Again, just so you can see. I remove those later, of course. Get this like kind of like oven thing set up here to line up with the chimney on the outside. Use a campfire in there for like an open flame, some smoke. Kitchen area, you know, got some brewing stands, like coffee pots, I guess they are. You know, I don't know, looks pretty good. Obviously get the like classic like checkered floor and it's kind of the kitchen area done. Come back out here, start getting some seating in. Again, just scaffolding, stairs, trapdoors, kind of separated out as like, you know, booth seating. Get a carpet going through here. Again, just kind of like direct to where people would walk, basically. It's kind of like right extended area over there. Oh, I'll put a table in a minute. I mix carpet, wool, and concrete powder. Kind of get like a more depth to the carpet, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. Okay, it looks pretty good. Again, get this kind of like big table over here. Maybe use like porridge or something, I don't know. I like a window and flower pots there on the outside, because I kind of forgot earlier, but kind of need it. Add a bunch of smaller detail stuff. A quick staircase in over there on the side. Can't really see it, but it's there. Now you can see it. Crazy. I kind of messed around with it for a minute. I don't know how I want to build it. I want it to not take up too much space. kind of settle on that. Looks pretty good. Head upstairs here. Just more seating area up here was kind of the idea. I've enjoyed the video, by the way. You know, consider joining the Patreon. I got a lot of people on there. I really appreciate it. There's not a whole lot of rewards on there, to be honest. You get schematics for like most of the builds I make for the channel. Special role in the Discord and all that kind of stuff. Name in the credits at the end of the video. I really appreciate it. You're also just a very cool individual if you're on the Patreon, you know, goated. Shout out to you. Oh yeah, I get some more seating up here. I try to mix it with like 4 seats and like, you know, 2 and 1 and everything. Because at the bottom it was mostly just like these big tables. Yeah, I try to mix it a bit more here. Get some paintings, of course. Hang some lanterns, some flower pots. Fill the walls up, fill all the space, everything. Do the same thing at the bottom. I don't know if you really can see it. Okay, the camera's going down. That's crazy. Like I said, this is one take. If you want to see more of these like time-lapse sort of videos, you know, maybe let me know. I don't really plan on doing them too often. I just kind of had this replay here from a build I did, and I figured, yeah, like I said at the beginning, it would just kind of be a waste to not use this in a video. So yeah, I got a video out of this here. Head back upstairs, get a staircase to this kind of outdoor seating area. You know, quick paintings, tables, you know. Not much more to be said about the interiors that I haven't said already, because it's like 4 floors, the exact same thing. But, you know, get this bigger table up here. Gets like railing with like trapdoors, quick plant. Clean up the ceiling a bit, get some more lanterns. And yeah, it's kind of almost about it. I do some other smaller detail stuff here. I come over to the side. I know this is like an empty spot on the wall. I know I want to put something there. I'm not sure what. I kind of, for now, just have like fences and trapdoors. I mess around with like an air conditioner here. It doesn't end up looking right. Just feels wrong. I end up removing it. But yeah, just add these like fences, trapdoors, like flower pot things. I don't know what they really are. I don't know why they're there. I don't know why they'd be there. I think they look good and they break up the space. It's really all that matters. But yeah, with that stuff out of the way, do a couple small details, some more barrels, some more vines, and yeah, that's about it. If you enjoyed this video, you know, consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. All support on the channel recently has been absolutely insane. If you want to see more time-lapse sort of videos, you know, let me know down below. But yeah, join the Discord, join the Patreon, and yeah, I'll see you guys next one. Thanks for watching. Shout out to my patrons, by the way, on screen now. Goated.